I'm in northwest Wyoming, about 50 miles from Yellowstone Park. A stark contrast to the New York City skyline that I call home. I recall the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson and ponder what this vast, timeless space of nature has in store for me. So shall we come to look at the world with new eyes. Every spirit builds itself a house, and beyond its house, a world, and beyond its world, a heaven. Know then that the world exists for you. Build, therefore, your own world. I'm headed to the top of a remote little valley 17 miles from the highway, where 1,500 acres are home to 200 horses and to a family that sends more people across the world on horseback than any other company in the nation. The place is Bitter Root Ranch. The company is Equitours, and the family is Bayard Fox, his wife Mel, their son Richard, and his wife Hadley. Emerson asks, what is nature to him? There is never a beginning, there is never an end to the inexplicable continuity of this web of God, but always circular power returning into itself. Therein it resembles his own spirit, whose beginning, whose ending he never can find, so entire, so boundless. Bayard, how did Bitterroot get its start?
It got its start 40 years ago when I retired and decided I wanted to move to the most beautiful part of the world, which I finally found. And I started right away as a dude ranch, because that's really the best way to earn a living here. And I needed to do that, of course. And we added cattle to it, so we've got a cattle operation as well as a dude ranch operation. And they go really well together because our guests love working the cattle on horseback. It's a great experience for them. The horses love it, and so do the guests.
How big is the ranch?
Well, we've got about 1,500 acres up here on this upper ranch, and 2,500 on our farm where we raise our hay and oats and keep our cows in the wintertime.
How is Bitterroot different from other types of operations?
The one thing that makes it different is that we're also America's largest riding tour company. So we've traveled and ridden in many places in the world. And we try to make it more than just a regular dude ranch, a real riding ranch where people can ride in the equestrian sense. And we keep a very high ratio of horses to clients so that the horses stay fresh and in good shape throughout the whole season. And that means 3 or 4 horses for every client.
In Emerson's words, he shall see that nature is the opposite of the soul, answering to it part for part. One is steel and one is print. Its beauty is the beauty of his own mind. Its laws are the laws of his own mind. Nature then becomes to him the measure of his attainments. So much of nature as he is ignorant of, so much of his own mind does he not yet possess. And in fine, the ancient precept, know thyself, and the modern precept, study nature, become at last one maxim.
weather in this country can change like crazy, but we like to give people a full Western experience. And this is it. And horses hate hail, and so do I, but it's wonderful for martini.
I want to call Jack.
What we're serving tonight is bitterroot raised beef, which is Scottish Highland cattle, which is raised on this ranch up the East Fork, and also on the southern ranch, which is down in Riverton, about 50 minutes from here. And all of our beef and lamb that we serve here at Bitterroot is all grass-fed, farm-raised, locally raised and butchered.
Emerson said, "The stars awaken a certain reverence, because though always present, they are inaccessible. But all natural objects make a kindred impression when the mind is open to their influence. Nature never became a toy to a wise spirit. The flowers, the animals, the mountains reflected the wisdom of his best hour, as much as they had delighted the simplicity of his childhood."
Yep. Okay, perfect. Yep, yep! Come on, buddies! Yep! Yep! Come on, guys! Hi!
Do they ever just go after the truck?
Yeah, yeah. They'll follow us on the way back.
Okay. Hey, buddy. I'm thinking about all the people that don't even know about this and how they're missing out. It's just beautiful to work the land.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me. I have a really good friend, like a really good friend of mine at college. He's never been out of the city, and grew up there. The most country he's been has been Gettysburg College, and what I would give to have him come out here just for a week, see what I do. I don't know if he's a big horse person, but still see the land and everything.
Right, and I think people shouldn't see it as being like, oh well, you have to be into horses to come enjoy yourself. Have you guys ever fallen off?
The truck?
Yeah.
Truck or horse? Yeah, yesterday. We had a little rough start, so I fell off, and Danielle did as well, and took some hay bales with her. That's the worst. That was to pick up the hay bales. I think that was the scary moment. Like the hay bales tumbled after her.
Are you more likely to fall off this thing than the horse?
I'd say so. I think so. I think I'd fall off.
Oh my God! thought about what kind of legacy you wanted to leave?
Well, listen, one of the things that I really like about it is that it causes this interaction between people in different countries and Americans, and I think it helps create an understanding, and it's the lack of this understanding which has been one of the great causes of all the troubles that we've gotten into and all the wars in the world. And I also feel that living with horses is a great thing for people's spirits. We've found that handicapped people, troubled people, autistic people often are cured by interacting with horses, or at least made better by it. And I think that this kind of reaction is not just limited to them, but it's for all healthy people too. They can be made healthier by their association with horses. And who was it? Churchill, who said there's nothing like the outside of a horse for the inside of a man.
Society seems noxious, said Emerson. I believe that against these baleful influences, nature is the antidote. The man comes out of the wrangle of the shop and office and sees the sky and the woods and is a man again.